This roofer got 26 roof replacement appointments in one single month. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that for your own company. And just for proof, here is the marketing campaign that we are running for this client. So over the month of August 2025, you can see that we spent about $1,500 and got 37 leads at $40 per lead. And this is his actual sales calendar over that period of time. So August 2025, and you can pause the video, count them up, but it's 26 roof replacement appointments in that one single month. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to get results like that, meaning how to get more leads and more qualified leads, whatever the season, just getting that pure volume of leads. And second, I'm going to show you how to actually book more of those leads into real appointments that you can go out and sell to. Okay, but first of all, who am I and why am I qualified to tell you about these things? Well, my name is Camille. I am a co-founder at Contractor Liberty, where we've helped over 50 roofing contractors stall buying leads, escape the word of mouth trap, and actually scale their roofing company with marketing that is profitable for roofers. So before I can show you how to get results like that for your own company, we need to explore why you can't get results like that for your own company. Okay, why can't you just get more leads, more qualified leads, and more sales out of that? Okay, and the reason is that you can't afford them. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, let's say that you are buying leads from Angie's, for example, okay, or any of these other lead companies. And depending on your market, those leads might be, let's say, $100 per lead, okay? So you're getting leads at $100 per lead. Well, here's where things start to get more complicated because these leads, they're shared, right? They're sold to 5 to 10 different contractors at the same time. And so, except if you're the first roofer, or sometimes the last roofer is actually better, to be able to talk to them, you're not going to get them, okay? Because they're getting a bunch of phone calls from different companies. They don't remember where they put their information. So they're tough to get a hold of, let alone actually sell a roof replacement to, right? So let's say that, in order to get one actual qualified appointment, meaning you go out, give them an estimate, it takes you 5 leads, okay? So you have 5 leads is one appointment. Well, that means that now actually your cost per appointment is $500, okay? $500 per appointment. Okay, I'd be like, all right, that's fine. But even then, there's still a problem. Okay, those leads are low quality. Like the fact that, okay, maybe you were able to go out to them and actually like have a proper sales conversation with them, but they're still like fundamentally shared leads. They're tough to close. And so you might need like 3 to 5 appointments like that to just close a single job. So let's say it takes you 4 appointments, right? 4 appointments to close one of those shared leads. So you got 4 appointments is one close. Okay, one re-roof. Okay, meaning it's costing you $2,000 to just close one single roof. One single roof. Okay, you need 20 leads to close a single roof. Yeah, so it's $2,000 per re-roof close. And again, depending on your market, your profit per job might literally be like $2,000 to $5,000. So you're like barely breaking even, or you're like 2 to 1, maybe 3 to 1 at the best case scenario. But for the amount of leads that you had to talk and go through and sift through and try to sell them to, it's just not worth it, right? It's just not worth your time. And that's what I mean by you can't afford your leads. Because if, even if those leads were $300, but you closed 1 out of 3 of those leads instead of 1 out of 20, then you could just ram as much money into this as possible and you'd be able to scale, right? Because you know that, okay, if I just put more money into this, I'll get more qualified leads. They're not all going to be perfect. I'm not going to get all of them, but I'll get a decent amount of them, right? And that's what we actually do for our clients. And so here's a perfect example. So this roofer, his name is Ricardo, one of our clients, and that's what he used to do. Okay, he used to buy, literally $10,000 per month worth of leads, SEO, and all that crap, right? And he was barely profitable. He wasn't even breaking even. Okay, not even breaking even off of spending $10,000 per month on marketing, because this is the problem that he was running into. These leads were such low quality and impossible to close that it wasn't even worth it for all the trouble. Okay. And so, how do you actually solve this? Well, there's basically 2 problems that occur here, right? There's the first step, meaning how do I get more leads into appointments? And then there's the second step of how do I turn more of these appointments into closed jobs. Okay. And in this video, I'm going to show you the first step. So how to turn more of the leads into actual appointments. So in order to get more leads into appointments, there's two things that we need to do. Okay. First off is the leads, they need to be exclusive, man. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. You might have the best sales team in the world. If the leads are shared, it's just going to be impossible, right? Because the natural reaction from the homeowner when you try to book them is going to be like, yeah, you can come around sometime, next week. I have a few bids coming out. So, yeah. And, even if you get the appointment, they're not going to close in the end, or they're going to close for super cheap, where it's just not worth your time. And you're gonna have the same problem where you can't afford the leads. So, that's non-negotiable. The leads need to be exclusive. And if you're a roofer, you know this. I don't have to tell you this. And the second thing that we absolutely need is the 5-minute rule. Okay, what we call the 5-minute rule. Meaning, anytime you get a lead, okay, whatever their source is, you need to be on the phone with them within 5 minutes. Okay, it is absolutely insane. I know it might be hard to believe, but calling all of your leads within 5 minutes of them clicking on your ad or opting in on your website or whatever the way that you get your leads literally triples the amount of leads that you actually can book into appointments. And these are the two main things that we were able to do for Ricardo. Roofer, I showed you at the start of the video, right? So he used to spend, like I told you, more than approximately $10,000 per month on leads. And that was the main thing that we did for that client was, the 5-minute rule and all the leads being exclusive. That turned his lead to appointment rate from a 20% to an 80%. Okay. And yeah, you can just do the math, whatever marketing that you're doing right now, if you spent the same amount of money on marketing, but you were able to quadruple the amount of appointments that you got out of it, that would be pretty awesome, right? So if you own a roofing company and you want to get more leads, more appointments, and more sales, just click the link below in the description, book a call with us, and we'll see how we can help out. See ya.